If you've been curious about OpenClaw but the setup looked like a complete headache, Instantly Claw is worth a proper look. It's a hosted, pre-configured way to get the power of OpenClaw without the terminal commands, the VPS juggling, or the security worries. Instantly Claw is basically a done-for-you OpenClaw setup. Instead of giving you a blank, technical install and saying, good luck, it gives you a cloud-hosted system that's already loaded, already secured and already connected. The page says you can launch it in about 60 seconds, and that your first task can be handled almost immediately after setup. The big problem here is not whether OpenClaw is powerful. The page is very clear that it is. The problem is that most people do not have the time, confidence or technical know-how to set it up safely. You're looking at Docker, Linux, API keys, hosting costs and constant maintenance. Instantly Claw is built to remove that friction. The workflow is simple. First, you click Launch. Then the system deploys in the cloud on secured servers. After that, it comes preloaded with skills, a full 9-agent team, persistent memory, and messaging access through WhatsApp, Telegram or Discord. You give it a task, and it breaks the work down internally, delegates, researches and returns the output for review. This is the part one think will appeal to a lot of people. If you've ever opened a tool like this and thought, I have no idea what to do next, this removes that blank screen moment. You're not starting from zero. You're starting with a working environment, clear access, and a simple way to communicate with the AI. The sales page leans heavily on safety, and I can see why. It says Instantly Claw runs in an isolated cloud container, so your personal computer is never directly touched. It also uses confirm before acting safety rails for sensitive actions like sending emails or deleting files. For anyone who has been put off by the horror stories around local AI agent setups, that's a meaningful selling point. The practical use cases are where this gets interesting. The page talks about blog posts, sales pages, lead lists, competitor reports, email sequences, social media calendars and customer support drafts. In other words, this is aimed at real business tasks, not just novelty demos. If you sell services or manage content for a business, those examples are easy to understand. The front-end price is clearly stated as $37 one time, which is refreshingly direct. The page also says you get 12 months of hosting, 2 months of free LLM credits, commercial rights, and 5 bonuses. There is also mention of a renewal after 12 months at $50 per year, plus the possibility of using your own API key later at about $5 to $15 a month, depending on usage. I'd say this is best for beginners, freelancers, agency owners and small business users who want a hosted OpenClaw setup without having to become technical operators. It is less ideal if you already have a custom OpenClaw environment running smoothly, or if you're expecting a magical push-button income machine. You still need to give clear instructions and check the output. My overall take is positive. Instantly Claw appears to solve the exact friction point that keeps most people from using OpenClaw properly: setup, safety and maintenance. If you want a simple hosted route into AI agents, the offer is compelling, especially at the stated one-time price. Just keep your expectations grounded. It's a tool for work, not a promise of results. If you want to check it out, use my link in the description.